but I really wanna talk about something that, I mean, it's not bothering me, but honestly, like people taking the life, like um how do I say? Okay, so I will just give an example, and from that you will understand about what I want to talk about. But first of all, let me. Usually, when I'm having my meals, how you say it, like with no seasoning and just like that, it's sometimes honestly really hard to eat, because it just like tastes random, So yesterday I decided to put some seasoning. Honestly, I after I put some seasoning and some what's that? Soy sauce, whatever it called. You get just like a little bit, and then you mix again. I know it has a lot of sugar, but honestly I don't put that much, and you know, just for the taste, so you can really eat that easy and not have a hard time eating, because uh, even when you're on a cut, you are still eating, I mean, I still get my 5 meals a day, but the calories are different, the calories drop to maybe less than 2000, and that's another thing that I need to talk about, because that was a big mistake. So, but I mean, like, it was a mistake. I've known the mistake, but I was like, nah, I don't even have a choice, like, I gotta go with the mistake because I honestly can't even eat no more. So, let me season that, and then we can talk about the topic. So I put how you call it, garlic powder, just like drop a little bit of that. And what did I put yesterday again? And I usually just like grab randomly, like paprika, just drop a little bit. Come on, man. Oh, shlooks, it was too much. Never mind. Salt, I guess. That's it. I mean, you don't need to put that much. And that's ready. Okay, so why it was a mistake to drop my calories like that is because when you have your phases, okay, like you on the ball, and then you wanna go on a cut or maintenance, whatever. No matter what it is, you should not cut like straight, because it's a shock to the body, and your body will react, the same, and he can just like lose a lot of muscle, So again, everything that I say, it's like from a pro bodybuilder, open bodybuilder. So they are the most serious guys. They need to put the most size, and then they need to drop the most. So I mean, listening to them is very good advices. Trust me. I only listen to open bodybuilders. So because like they are extreme, so they have the best tips, I found out, So wait, let me just finish the touches. I mean, that's ready. Let's just keep it like that with no heat, and let me continue my sayings. So let me check that I got the best frame possible. So let's go like that. I mean, like that. Yes, that's good enough. Okay, so my sayings, what I did want to talk about today is, I see two types of people: those who work really hard, for their dreams, goals, whatever. And those who are, let's have fun every day, guys, you know? And those guys don't realize that they, I mean, yeah, they just lie to themselves, I guess, you know, because, so if you, one of those guys who like, who say that as long as you are young, go and have fun, you know, there's those guys. And what is young? I mean, like, I can still be young at 35, you know, and 40, like, it's not about the age. It's really about yourself, you know, your energy, you know, your, I mean, like, if you are going to work in a factory, you know, and work 12 hours a day because you need to have money, because you have kids now, then you're gonna be old guy. Trust me, you're not gonna be young anymore, you know? And not because you're working a lot and just because like you're stressed, you know, like all the stress. So, what made me, you know, not lose courage, you know, because I was like, I was thinking the same, you know, at one point. But then I realized how many of you people who watch this video right now, like honestly, like, first of all, do you remember when you was like 6 years old? Do you remember when you was 7, 8, 9, 10? I don't remember nothing, you know. I mean, like, I don't even remember when I was like in you know, the first grades, you know, like let's say like until, what was it? Like, you know, I remember parts, you know, but I don't really remember my life, you know, when I was 16. Honestly, I don't, you know. So, my life, you know, I remember really good my life from somewhere around, yeah, like 17, you know, 17, 18, you know. So, I am like maybe 10 years older, you know, when I was 16 and 17 and 18, you know. And I mean, it's been like around like 10 years, and I honestly don't remember nothing, you know. So imagine in 10 more years, will I remember something from today, you know? Like, I don't think so, you know. Maybe if you show me a photo or a video, but I mean, you don't want to be like, how you say it, like, you don't want to be, I mean, the way I was living my life is I was taking videos and stuff, you know, and then 10 years older, you know, I will just like show the video, you know what I'm saying? Like, I will not show what I am today. I will show you like, oh, check, this was when I was younger. Like, that's why I deleted I barely have any footage. I barely have any footage. I deleted my IG, and IG had all my footage, you know, everything, you know. I had an account where I had like 1,000 posts and stories, you know, about like everything, you know, like really like a lot of footage. I deleted that. I deleted my Facebook account. I deleted all the YouTube videos, you know. So I only have a few of them, you know, like iconic ones that I really like, but most of them I just deleted because honestly just don't feel like showing something that I've done, you know. Like, as I'm talking about like just random stuff, yeah. I don't talk about like my videos that I really like doing because I want to spread more knowledge and stuff. But honestly, like, let's get to the topic. Like, so people say like as long as you are young, you should go and have fun, right? And what's fun is, you know, like it's been a long time since I've had fun going to the bar, you know, and just like getting wasted. Like, it's been like 3 years ago, you know, where I've stopped drinking and smoking, and my life became good, you know, because as soon as you stop something, trust me, people, as soon as you stop drinking, smoking, and all those friendly things, you know what I mean? You will see, you will lose maybe half of your friends. First of all, trust me, they will not call you if you are not doing the same thing as they do. Just like I will not call a random friend to the gym because he don't go to the gym, you know. So it will cut maybe even more than a half, you know, and then you will see honestly who is your friends, because if they only call you when they can smoke and drink, then I mean, what's the point? You know, honestly, like, what's the point? So I found myself, being alone. Even though my friends are not like that. None of my brothers and none of my friends are like that. They honestly like soulmates. Because I can just pick like that someone, like blinded. I can just pick random friend and brother, and we can have a very good chat and we can talk about everything. That's the kind of people that I surround myself with. Um, if they smoke and drink, yes. If they do it every day, no. Probably some of them, but still, you don't see me hang with them every day. But if I see them, we can have a good talk. So that's what I like about it. They're not really my like my circle where like they used to be. It was like the hood. Hood people. Where we live like blocks away. So we just hang out together. But since I've moved from there, from my hood, so I mean I'm in the same city but different hood. So, and even though it's already like not a hood anymore, because everybody just moved and stuff. There are not really like there is no people over there anymore. So anyways, it's just like it's over. But even before it was over, I already like left the hood. I was like, I want to do my own thing. But when I come back there, we just like the same thing. Again, let's get to the topic. I always like somehow go away from it. So people say, you should have fun. Fun for them is go to the bar at night, get laid. Go to the bar, get wasted, go and hang out with girls, with a woman. I mean, what more fun they can suggest? Go there and do this. It's always those guys, where they say like you should live young as long as you are young. But honestly, like what's the like, for me, like what's the point in wasting all your young age where you are the most strongest, you are the most like you are hungry, you want to get something, from life. Those years where you are the best of the best, like this is what I like. My years was the best of the best, like like 10 years ago, and now it's the best of the best 10 years later, so I can see like, okay, those ages, like the best, so I can tell that I can use them, for my own advantage. So again, let's get to the topic. They say like go in and do all those crazy things, and I'm like, okay, so you go crazy, okay? Let's say like from 16, and again, I was going crazy, not until long time ago, like until 3 years ago, I was going crazy all my life. I was drinking every day. I was going to parties and stuff, everything. I was doing everything, trust me. And I was still training. Guess what? I was doing breakdance at that time, and I was still training every day. Even though I was drunk, I was still training. So don't get me wrong. I was still doing those things. So that's why I can tell you, like from I mean, like doing this and doing that at the same time. If I would drop all the alcohol, all the weed, and just like focus on my training, I would be like 10 times better. Trust me, I know that. But I don't care. I don't regret nothing. Like I've had my fun. So, again to the topic. Damn, I'm always like going off. Do you like obviously you're gonna have kids unless you have like your own philosophy where you just wanna die alone. I mean, you're probably gonna have your wife, right? And wifey will take your time. So, I mean, just wifey will take your time without the kids. Forget about the kids. As soon as you have a wife, you go there, you do this, you will have your, like young life with your woman. Trust me. So you have this one, and then when you're gonna have kids, I mean, kids that's like kids are crazy, So even if you want or if you don't want, your life is gonna be crazy, you know, because they're crazy, you know. So you will have your young times, you know, with your kids. So I mean, what's my point? What's my point, you're asking? My point is, do you want to go into that time? Do you want to be like young and do nothing with your life, just work, you know, and a regular job, and go and get wasted every Friday for 20 years until you are 30 or something, you know, and at the age of 30, you will probably go and have kids and wife, right? But you have nothing in your hands, right? You are empty. You was just like drinking and smoking, right? And you're still working in your minimum job. And then when you have kids and wife, the job becomes like really hard. Why? Because the kids will not give you sleep enough. You have to buy more stuff, you know, you have to be more responsible. So when you go to work, you're like, oh, my life is crazy, you know, I don't want to go home, you know, like I want to stay at work, you know, longer, you know. I honestly, I hear those people all the time. And then when they come home, you know, they get mad, you know, because at work and you know, everything, you know. So do you want to have that life where when you are with your kids you are not young anymore? Or you want to be like with your kids when you have your own, like you have your own things. I don't know, like what, like for me, like for example, let's say like for me, like I'm just giving an example, okay? All my young years I was training, you know, to become someone who is big enough, you know, to have knowledge. And I've won Mr. Olympia titles. I'm just saying like that, you know. And then I can really like go and teach what I love doing, you know, and get money from something that I love doing, and you know, have my own classes, you know, so it's my own schedule, you know, and everything, you know, and then go and still be young, you know, because I do what I love doing, right? And I make a lot of money from that, you know, because I have a name, you know, I've made my own name. And then I can have like, I can buy a house, I can buy a car, you know, I can put my kids in college, you know, stuff like that. And still, I'm not gonna say that even if you do what you love doing, you will still maybe get angry and stuff. I'm not saying that not. But I mean, I do wanna have like time with my kids, you know, like, oh, let's go abroad, you know, and let's go to Japan, let's go to this place, you know, let's do that, you know. I wanna have more free time with my kids and not just like go to a work where maybe tomorrow they can fire me and then I need to go and look for a job, you know. Like that's the only thing. I don't want to do what I mean, as a kid, you know, when I grew up, you know, like the worst things that I had in my life, you know, is that me and my family, we didn't have together times, you know. We didn't go and we didn't do things together because they had to go to work, you know, and they were busy with working 12 hours a day, and they get home and they are angry and stuff, they are tired and stuff, you know. So that's the life I don't want to live, you know. Like from my own experience, trust me, as a kid, that's the saddest things that can happen, you know, where you just like, your life is like that, you know, because you are young and you're crazy and they always like yell at you because you're crazy and you have so much energy. I don't want to live that life, you know. So that's why like maybe it's like traumatic for me, you know. So that's why I really want to be successful in life, and I don't care about not having a drink or two, you know. Like I don't drink and I'm not gonna drink, you know. That's like my philosophy about alcohol and weed and cigarettes. I am not gonna touch them for life, you know. And I have my own reasons, and that's really something that, I mean, yeah, like that's my own thing, you know. I love being sober, and I don't even think, I know I don't need those things to be happy. I'm super happy without them. So again, if you people like got discouraged because like oh, I'm young, I want to have fun stuff, you know, I want to hang out with my friends. Yeah, go and hang out with your friends, but show me your friends. Like show me your friends. Like did they prove themselves when situation got worse and stuff? You know, like I've been hanging around with people where they didn't have my back, you know. When we was drinking and stuff, it was fun. But then when it was over, when I was homeless in the streets, did they help me? No. I mean, most of them did, you know. Some of them was like doing me a favor, you know, to let me in, you know. So honestly, like, and I'm grateful, you know. I'm grateful for those guys, even if they didn't like me, okay, but we were still friends, you know. Like they I don't even know how to explain the situation, but whatever. I'm just like saying that, trust me, you want to test your friends, you know, because sometimes you hang out with the wrong people and you notice very late. So I've lost many of them, and if I see them, it's like, oh, what's up, man? We can talk and chat and stuff, but this is where it ends, you know. And do I feel sad? I used to be sad about that, you know, because I really like them. But honestly, like, what can you do? You have your own, like, give me one good friend, you know, where he's not a friend, he's a brother, you know, because, you know, it's like, and that's it. I don't even need no one, you know, just one brother. And I have a few of them, you know, so I'm good. I am happy. I used to have like 100 of people around me. Nowadays, I have like maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, of them, and they are not around. You know, we are still communicate by the phone because they are far away. But trust me, I prefer having 1, 2 brothers instead of having 10 friends, you know. And there is another thing that someone told me yesterday at work, you know, my friend. He said something like really cool, you know, because he said like, even if 99% of the planet hates you, there is still 1% that might like you or even love you. Imagine how much is that? 1% from 8 billion. You know what I'm saying? You will not get discouraged very fast, you know. So remember, that's always, people are always gonna hate you, you know what I'm saying? Like, I see so much hate in the comments lately. I mean, I don't really have that much comments, but you know, when I do have, it's a lot of hate. So I'm good with it. Trust me, I'm having fun. And again, even if 99% of the planet hates you, there is still 1%. And imagine how much is that? 8 billion people. 1% from that. So I mean, like, that's, I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's honestly crazy. Like, no matter what you're gonna do, I mean, even just 1%, you know, imagine how crazy is that? Just one, you know. That made me like, okay, I got more courage right now. Anyways, that's all for today. Like, I don't really have much to say. I mean, again, as I mentioned before, like, this channel is not just about the gym and diet and whatever, you know, and sports. Honestly, I want to make it more about life, because I've noticed that when I'm talking to someone, I notice how much of a, how you say it, like, so when I speak to someone, they're like, damn, I was thinking that only I understand those things, you know, because usually in every group of people, there's always this one misfit guy, you know, where he just have deeper things, you know, and the people around him just don't understand that, you know, because like they have good life, you know, they go crazy, they drink, they smoke, so they don't feel those things, you know. I mean, and then when they talk with someone outside of their group, you know, they're like, damn, man, I feel you, man, yeah, I think about the same thing, you know. So I've noticed those guys, and I've noticed those guys who say like, damn, you're smart, man. I didn't know you were looking so crazy, when you're crazy. I didn't know that you are this smart. And honestly, like they say, because like this is the only word you can say, but honestly, it's not smart. It's just life experience. Because I've been through a lot, and instead of just being angry and mad, and I still got angry and mad, but most of the times I just use that as a learning, so that's why I know so much, about life, and even if I don't know, I'm not really, like, whatever, I don't care, because this is my life, this is what I've learned in my life, there's always things that people learn in their lives, and their lives are different, so that's why they learned those lessons, and that's why I learned those lessons. So every time I go to someone, they're like, damn bro, thank you, man, damn, thank you, for the advices, because honestly, when somebody goes to the bottom, where they have nothing to lose anymore, they will understand you. I mean, they understand me, because like my advices and my things are only at the bottom. This is the only place where I've studied everything, when I was in the bottom, when I had nothing to lose anymore. And everyone have his own levels, so my bottom is when I'm homeless, for example, and one guy is at his bottom when he's tired. I'm just giving an example. Just understand that everyone have a different, like levels. So the deeper you go down, the more teaching and understanding you will have to the planet, and that's how I got to be who I am, for those guys. So that's it. Like honestly, I don't wanna like really go too far and crazy about topics right now, because I'd rather have 1, 2, 3 topics, strong ones, so y'all can have that. And with that being said, today is my rest day, because my job is not a regular job. My job is where I need to walk a lot, and I have to carry like heavy boxes, and it's a very physical and tiring job. And lately I've been working like a lot of hours because I want to save money for the home gym. So that's why I'm trying to be responsible, I'm trying to go as crazy as I can in the gym, but at the same time to be responsible with going and working a lot of hours, so you can tell why my intensity is like that, and still I go hard, but I've noticed, trust me, I've noticed that lately I've been going easier. I've noticed that, even though it's I'm on a cut, I'm not on a bulk, but still I can notice those things. Trust me, I know I'm working on that. As soon as I move from this city, I'm not gonna work no more in those jobs, because now it's bodybuilding era for me, so until I change up my mind, I am going to have those jobs where I'm just relaxing, and that's it for me. Tomorrow is back day. I'm not sure. I think tomorrow is back day. So see you people tomorrow. Peace out.